Hey guys, so I wanted to preface this video with a quick trigger warning. This is a video about the trial that took place between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, but I do want you guys to know ahead of time that I am by no means making fun of or minimizing or invalidating anyone's experience with domestic abuse. I am simply using this video as a way to make fun of Amber Heard because I think that the way that she handled things was ridiculous during the trial, and I think that she's ridiculous. So really this is just going to be a reenactment of the way that she handled things during the trial, but obviously it's going to be a lot more dramatic. But that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to let you guys know ahead of time so that it's not a surprise when it gets intense. What's good? I hope you're doing lovely. Today I'm going to be reacting to this interview that Amber Heard had after her trial with Johnny Depp. Everyone saw it, everyone knew how it went, it was a catastrophe, but I'm going to be reacting to this interview the same way that she would react to anything. Basically, I'm going to give myself a fake injury every time that she says something stupid. Imagine that I represent the only brain cell that I have left, right? And I take her to court because the things that she is saying, she is destroying my last brain cell. So I'm going to show you visually the damage that she has done to it, and you'll have to bear with me. Unfortunately, I don't have the professional victim kit that she used during her trial, but I'm working with what I got, okay? So I'm gonna do my best to be a victim to her absolute abuse. Also, how cool is this? It's a projector. It's pretty sick. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know how long it's gonna stay, but because it was kind of a pain in the ass to set up. For the time being, isn't it neat? I can make whatever I want. Got him. Got him. This interview originally came out 9 months ago, and I'm really just now getting to it because I just haven't had the motivation to do it. So I've had to avoid watching clips of this interview just so I could genuinely react to it when I started making this video, so here it is. And if you have an issue with me reacting to this old of news, you can kick rocks and eat dirt, Muffin Top, because it's happening. Sorry. I'm not that person anymore. Let's go.
Against all her backlash, saying everything she said in her testimony was 100% true, while also sharing how she felt heading into the verdict. As you sit here with me now, has it sunk in? How could it?
Oh my
surreal
god.
And difficult in part, yes. This has been a long time coming. Do you stand by your testimony and your accusations against Johnny Depp about abuse? Of course. To my dying day, will stand by every word of my testimony. Every single day I passed from 3, 4, sometimes 6 blocks, city blocks.
Wait a second, I just realized something. Can I do this? Stop. No way.
Day of the verdict.
Oh my god.
When you feel
Alright, never mind. We're not going to do that because that was obnoxiously loud. So, let's just keep going.
The audio recordings from the trial in which Amber admitted to abusing Johnny.
The Depp team argued that you were the abuser, that you instigated physical violence. Did you? I never had to instigate it. I responded to it. You say you were responding, but there is evidence. There are tapes in which you acknowledge hitting. There are tapes in which you say, I started the fight. I know much has been made of these audio tapes. They were first leaked online after being edited. What you would hear in those clips are not evidence of what was happening. It was evidence of a negotiation of how to talk about that with your abuser. But I am looking at a transcript that says, he says, you start physical fights, and you say, I did start a physical fight. I can't promise you I won't get physical again. I mean, this is in black and white. I understand context. That you're testifying and you're just telling me today, I never started a physical fight, and here you are on tape saying you did. As I testified on the stand about this, is that when your life is at risk, not only will you take the blame for things that you shouldn't take the blame for, but when you're in an abusive dynamic, psychologically, emotionally, and physically, you don't have the resources that, say, you or I do with the luxury.
Okay, there's the damage. There it is. Okay, let's get to it. So I do have this makeup palette that looks like it was made specifically for faking black eyes, so I thought, wow, perfect. Because look at these colors. Hold on. I can't open it. I'm a victim. I can't do anything. Look at this. Tell me that's not specifically for faking black eyes.
Are you saying, hey, this is black and white, because it's anything but when you're living in it. But then there are other times, there's another tape where you're taunting him and saying, oh, tell the world, Johnny Depp, I, a man, the victim of domestic violence. 20-second clips, or the transcripts of them, are not representative of even the 2 hours or the 3 hours that those clips are excerpt from.
Thoughts, Keisha?
Alright.
is an example of that gone haywire, gone amok. And the jury's not, I think, vast majority of this trial was played out on social media. I think that this trial is an example of that gone haywire, gone amok. And the jury's not immune to that.
You think the jury saw it?
How could they not? I think even the most well-intentioned juror, it would have been impossible to avoid this.
People online and crowds outside the courthouse made it clear where they stood.
Every single day
She said it would have been impossible to come to that conclusion because of the evidence leading to that conclusion. A juror with the best intention is going to pick the side who's obviously in the right against who's obviously in the wrong, and you're obviously in the wrong.
For 3, 4, sometimes 6 blocks, city blocks lined with people holding signs saying "Burn the witch," "Death to Amber." After 3.5 weeks, I took the stand and saw just a courtroom packed full of Captain Jack Sparrow fans who were vocal, energized.
Can you put into words how that felt?
This was the most humiliating and horrible thing I've ever been through.
Let's go back to the day of the verdict. Were you feeling confident?
Dog, what are you looking at?
That's a great question. I wish I could say yes to that. I want to say yes to you, but it wouldn't be true. Even if you think that I'm lying, you still couldn't tell me, look me in the eye and tell me that you think on social media there's been a fair representation.
Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes.
There's another trial, dealt with the same substantive issues that had even more evidence in. In fact, my evidence was largely kept out. Really important pieces of evidence kept out. Done differently, handled differently by a judge instead of a jury.
Some evidence is admissible in a UK court that is not admissible in a US court. Do you think that maybe he just had better lawyers?
I will say his lawyers did certainly a better job of distracting the jury from the real issues.
For some people...
Stop. That was crazy. She just said that. Do you think his lawyers were better? I think they were better at distracting from the real issues. Dude, they were the only ones focused on the real issues. Are you kidding me? That was a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. How about a little more?
We're just gonna say that this next injury that I've gained, I can't show it to you physically, but just know that I've picked up smoking crack. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. Okay.
By the whole thing, and don't have much sympathy for either one of you. Can you understand that?
Can you understand
Absolutely.
that?
I would not blame the average person for looking at this and how it's been covered and not think that it is Hollywood brats at their worst. But what people don't understand is it's actually so much bigger than that. This is not only about our First Amendment right to speak.
But here's the thing about the First Amendment. The First Amendment protects free speech. It doesn't protect lies that amount to defamation.
True.
And that was the issue in the case.
Yes, exactly. You can't go into free speech does not protect you if you go into a crowded theater and you scream fire. We get the concept of free speech from the Greeks. My understanding of what that means is not just the freedom to speak. It's the freedom to speak truth to power.
Yeah.
The truth is the word.
Yes.
And that was the issue.
And that's all I spoke. And I spoke it to power, and I paid the price.
What do
In the
you
closing
mean?
arguments, the Depp lawyer said,
You didn't pay any price that wasn't deserved. Bruh, I can't. Like, I knew I would have to be doing a lot of damage here. I didn't think it was gonna be this much. I'm gonna be looking busted, and I'm only like 3 minutes into this interview. I can't do this whole thing. I'm gonna have to fake my own death. I'm gonna have to throw myself a funeral.
called your testimony the performance of a lifetime, and said you were acting. What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
Yo, what? Can I get a replay?
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
Oh, that's what? There's so much wrong with that. Yo, my brain cells are looking like Trevor from GTA 5 right now. I'm not even kidding. I might have to end it there. If it gets worse than that, I'm gonna be here for hours. I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. No, that killed my last brain cell. I'm gonna throw myself a funeral. I can't do it anymore. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was awful. If you did like it though, and you want to show your support, do me a solid. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and of course, hit that bing bong so that you never miss a new upload from me. I'll see you all at my funeral. I will be sending out invites shortly. Peace.